Online dating is evolving rapidly, with artificial intelligence tools now helping users find matches and improve their dating experience. These developments are sparking debate around privacy, effectiveness, and of course, local rollout strategies. Joining me today to break down a little bit more about who's doing this and why they're doing it is Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast. Good to have you with us. What does AI mean for online dating? What are we seeing?
Well, I mean, Meta's been doing this. They've been rolling out little bits of AI into their dating app for quite a while, actually. We don't have it here in Australia yet, but ultimately what they're doing is, so when you have, I don't do online dating, but the filters that people use to find who they think they're, or, you know, who they're attracted to, their sort of person, their characteristics they're aiming for, I have to say this very diplomatically, Facebook, well, meta dating or whatever it is called, is using AI to go outside of those bounds and then actually try and find people that might be compatible that the user hasn't even thought about. So they're like, yeah, okay, but what about this person? And then once a week, Meta's going to suggest someone who they haven't thought of either. So based on all the interactions and who their preferences, what their preferences are, and the other people on the platform, they can actually serve up a random match that they didn't even think about. So, I mean, it's an interesting use of AI, so to get us sort of outside of what we're used to in terms of what we're looking for in terms of dating. But yes, it does mean it must have a lot of personal information.
Oh, I can only imagine. And it's funny, it's kind of like once you're involved in online dating, I wonder if there's this element of like, I'm here, I'm just going to do it, this is me, away you go, because it is a personal thing. But the Facebook dating application, its examples are sort of on screen now. It's looking like Tinder. What are the privacy concerns though?
Well, I mean, I think it would just be the same as when you're using Facebook, I guess, or any Meta product. They would have similar information. The only difference would be that they would know, you know, your preferences about what sort of relationship you want or the partner that you're looking for. But I think what they're doing is they're saying they're trying to reduce swipe. What do they call it? It was, you know, it was people just getting tired of swiping all the time. So it's being more proactive and actually finding matches for you based on your preferences and your data, rather than you having to swipe through all these people.
Yeah, okay. So I'm wondering how these tools might affect the traditionalists out there, the ones who are sort of, you know, going for a coffee and things like that, or is it encouraging people to actually go out and do those things as you might normally do?
I think so. I think they're just trying to, I guess, make matches more compatible based on data, which, who knows? I mean, people go to matchmakers all the time. Well, you see on TV. So, you know, and they get other, you know, look at Married at First Sight. They go in to get these matchmakers to put them together with people they haven't thought of. So maybe this is just the AI equivalent. It might even be more accurate. Who knows?
Yeah, there you go. We might be seeing, you know, more stronger relationships. I do know that there is a bit of a downturn in babies being born and things like that. So maybe it's some sort of ploy to grow the population in certain parts of the world. But why is Australia not included in the rollout? I think that's an interesting one.
Well, here we go. So this has been a common theme. So they're saying one of the reasons is because of our compliance regulations, and they specified the under 16 ban of social media use. So they said that's just another layer of complexity. They wouldn't be able to tell if the person using it was underage, and so they just said we're not doing it in Australia.
Okay, which makes sense to me. But what should regulators, do you think, consider about these AI dating tools? You do see things like all sorts of, you know, sending photos and using Snapchat and that sort of thing to engage with potential partners and stuff. I feel like this is a recipe for disaster in many ways.
Look, I think it can be, but I just think I think the privacy terms will be in all of the instructions when when you sign up, those terms and conditions, but no one reads them. So I wish that social media platforms would be able to communicate all those terms and conditions in a much more digestible way so people understand what they're signing up for. Having big, long screens of text, people are not going to read that, and they just sign up anyway. And I just think I think they could do a better job in that respect.
Yeah, 110%. Well, let's jump over to our next topic for the moment, and it does include AI. But we're talking now how AI is transforming the workforce. It's reshaping which roles are safe and which face automation. This raises pressing questions for employees and employers alike about the future of work and career resilience. Karen, this is an interesting one, and one that's no doubt going to continue to be spoken about as more and more people are either made redundant or new positions become available. Which roles are we sort of looking at? I understand some are protected by regulation as well.
Mhm. Well, they're saying that it's the roles that are built on empathy, the roles that are built on judgment and physicality as safe from AI. For now, we'll say for now, and it's because people like the roles that need that human touch, that human connection, such as psychologists and things like that. They're safe for now, even though people are using AI in that way. But
Yeah.
to get an actually registered and professional person helping you and qualified person, that that sort of job is still safe. Things like people like emergency services, firefighters, those sorts of people, trades people, those jobs are safe because at the moment there's no AI solution to come and fix something on site. If I have a burst pipe or something like that on site, the AI is not going to come and fix that. So I still need a person. So they're saying that sort of stuff is fine. In the legal setting, that's right, those where it's overly heavily regulated, they might use AI for little tasks within, but it will never, overtake the whole task.
Yeah, that sort of one-to-one engagement. But what industries face the highest automation AI risk, do you think? We obviously still need people out there to, I was going to say in hospitality, but even that in many cases, you look at McDonald's and Hungry Jack's and stuff like that, they're starting to switch gears.
Yeah, well, they're saying, those roles where it's highly repetitive. So people who are transcribing or appointment setting and scheduling and those sorts of things, they AI would definitely take over those sorts of things. In the sort of medical setting, they're saying that while say someone goes in and they're sort of having radiation therapy, so radiology techs and people like that, professionals like that, while the actual machinery may be very reliant on AI, you'll still need a person there to guide the process. So they will still be needed, of course. So I think it'll come down to really it'll be parts of roles I see becoming automated and AI taking over. But I think it's really important to be proactive and see what parts of your current role where AI could help you in a safe and ethical and efficient way, but you be the person leading it. It's not going to take your whole job, but you can use it to become much more efficient and then make yourself invaluable in that way.
Yeah, okay. Now, I understand truck driving as well is something that's going to be changing a little bit with autonomous technology. Is there anything you can outline when it comes to AI-assisted truck driving? I thought that was an interesting one of note.
Well, yeah, well, I think they're working on the technology, but it's still not there yet.
Yeah.
And I think with this whole AI thing, it's going to be around trust. I mean, it'll get to a point where we can trust it, but we're not near there yet. It still makes mistakes. It's still, even automated vehicles that are being used overseas, they still have issues. So I've seen many TikTok videos where a self-driving taxi has just gone around in a circle and people
Yeah.
can't get out. So there's still issues there, and so I think I mean, having an automated truck driver would be good in the sense that it would overcome that issue of fatigue, where truck drivers, sometimes they're driving when they're tired. It can cause issues on the road and be a risk. But again, would you really want, something operating a large vehicle like that on its own without human oversight? Is my question.
No, 100%. No doubt you and I will be keeping a close eye on this as it continues to unfold. But again, thank you for your time on the program. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you.